We'll see. Anyway, I so enjoy teaching this. So, all right. So situate yourself. Let's ground ourselves in the space by doing a little bit of breathing. Okay. So let's do some box breathing, which is a breathing I've been focusing on in my health coaching groups. And the feedback I'm getting is that people are using it to go back to sleep, to calm themselves down. It's just a beautiful breath. And of all the pranayama or the breathing, the breath work that's available to us in yoga, I think that this one is the easiest to remember. And you can take it with you whenever you start to feel a little stressed. So it's a great one. So you know how to situate yourself, make sure your knees are even with your hips. You can just rest yourself comfortably as long as you're in a straight line over your hips. So shoulders and rib cage over the hips. Take a deep breath in through the nostril. This is how box breathing goes. We breathe in for 4 seconds. We hold for 4 seconds all through the nostril, and then we exhale through the nostril for 4 seconds, hold again for 4 seconds. So it's a box, 4, 4, 4, 4. And we'll do 4 of those. So deep breath in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, breathe in through the nostril. I won't count, you can count. 1, 2, I guess I'm counting, 3, 4, hold the breath, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just doing a little box breathing now. So inhale through the nostril for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. And when I say release, just breathe naturally. Take a moment. If your eyes are closed, keep them closed for a moment. If not, just find a focal point with a warm gaze and just notice the breath. Let's be mindful. So breather deeping there's a correlation between that and good lungs, good health. So you want to try to take in deep breaths during the day and hold them and then exhale. Also taking your time exhaling, so almost holding it back a little bit and exhaling slowly. Okay, let's start warming up. So reach your hands overhead, let the palms kiss, bring the shoulders back down and gain a little bit of length in the spine. We're stretching. How do you like this cold weather? It's like all of a sudden we went from like warm days to it's only supposed to get as high as 65 today and be breezy. Okay, allow the arms to come down on the exhale and bring them back up. And this time, let your right hand hold your left wrist. Take a deep breath in, get tall. In yoga, we always talk about strengthening and relaxation. And let's lean to the right for a nice side stretch. So as it gets colder, we want to make sure that we're balanced between yin and yang. Come back to center, switch the arms. Let's go the other direction. Yin is relaxing and taking things slowly, having that cup of tea, breathing, and yang is moving quickly. So in yoga, we do both. Come back to center, Allow your arms to come down. Allow your feet to slide out in front of you as your hands come onto your thighs and slide down as we bend from the hip crease. So not on the waist. You don't want to be curving the back. You want to bend at the hip crease and allow your spine to come down with a flat back. Your neck is long. And then allow yourself to relax and round the spine and just come hanging out over your legs for a forward bend. You might even feel this in the back of your hamstrings. So let's get mindful here. Think about where your glutes are sitting on the chair, where you connect. Did it come off a little bit down where the tailbone is? Are you now on the thighs more? See if you can come up a little bit and allow those hips to make contact with the chair. Slide up, come to center, allow the legs to come back and hold on to the chair behind you. Again, there should be some space. I guess you have to allow your elbows to almost come out in a butterfly and lean back. Just lean back with a straight back. Your neck is long, head is straight. Come back to center. Hand holding the right side of the chair. No, I'm sorry. Hand holding the back of the chair. The back. I was doing this without thinking. See, I wasn't being mindful. Okay, hold the back of the chair with your right hand. Your left hand's on the outside of the thigh close to the knee. Before you start the twist, get tall and straight and long, get some space in the spine. And then as you exhale, so take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, look over that right shoulder for a twist. You can almost feel it if you exhale the breath out of your belly, you can find a little bit more space to twist. Take a deep breath in, allow that posture or the twist to come out of the twist about an inch or two to get tall and strong. You're getting strength as you inhale, and as you exhale, let it out of the belly. See if you can go a little further, looking over that right shoulder. And breathe here. Come back to center, crossing over, take a moment, allow the body to readjust, bringing the left hand back behind you and the right hand to the outside of the thigh, of the left thigh. Get tall and strong on the inhale, and on the exhale, breathe it out and see about looking over that left shoulder. With each breath, so every inhale, come out of the twist, just a tiny drop, get tall, and then exhale and focus on where the breath is in your belly. Allow that belly to deflate, allow all of the breath to come out of you, and see if you can take it a little further. And you're going to notice a big difference between the right side and the left side. Again, this is just the warm up. We're going to start moving. Cross those hands in the front, come back to center. I want to do a little bit of torso circles. So just start circling over your legs and leaning back just a little bit. And if you can focus on the breath just a little bit, I want you to think about when you're back, you're exhaling, and when you're going over the legs, you're inhaling. It's all part of mindfulness. I'm in a mindfulness course right now, getting certified. And so the focus is really about where you are, and then let's go in the other direction, but keeping the breath the same way. So exhaling when you're back, inhaling when you come over the legs. Meet me in the center. Let's bring the shoulders up to the ears where they don't belong, but put some tension there, and then let them drop. Bring your arms out in front of you, fingers spread wide as if you're placing your hands on the wall. This is great for the wrist. Actually, take your right hand and let's use it to bring that left hand so you can actually feel that stretch in the wrist, and then bring the hand down. And then do it with the other hand. So your right hand the fingers are spread wide as if it's against a wall, and we're using our left hand to just bring that, give that wrist a little stretch, and then bring it down. And then put your hands back in webs. Take that thumb in about a half inch. We don't want to strain the thumb. Make claws. Claws are great for your joints. You're bending at every single knuckle there. Make beaks. And lastly, pause. So we have fists in front of us as if we're punching the wall, but you're not punching. You're just really putting strength into your arms. Imagine a lightning bolt of energy from the fist to the shoulder in each of your arms. So this is an isometric arm exercise, as well as moving your hands and giving our hands. And actually, let's circle those paws or those fists in one direction and then in the other direction. Great. Hands on your thighs. If you have a block, take the block. If you don't, paper towels are okay. And if you don't, it's okay. You can just use an imaginary block or put a pillow between your legs. And we want to squeeze that block. You may want to be holding onto the chair. If you don't have to, that's fine. You can leave your hands on your legs. Let the right leg come up. Point and flex it. Squeezing the block as you're doing this. And you can actually think about what you're feeling. I'm not going to tell you what you should be feeling, but you're working out you're working out the big muscles in your legs. Bring that leg down. Let's bring the other leg up and point and flex. Ooh, I don't know if you heard that, but something just cracked. That felt good. Flex and point. Okay. Bring that leg down, remove the block. Take the right leg, hug it to the chest. Remember not to crunch over the leg, but stand tall. Bring the leg out to the side. Bring the leg back. Allow it to come down. Take the left leg up, hug it to the chest. Bring it out to the side. Back to the chest, hug it, and let it come down. Hands on your thighs, close to the knees. We're going to do a little bit of cat-cow to warm up the spine. So take your belly button, bring it out, your belly out towards your knees. Your head comes up. Your eyes are looking where the wall meets the ceiling. This is cat. I'm sorry, this is cow. I think a cat does both movements when you think about it. And as our belly comes forward, we're inhaling. And then take your belly button and actually bring it back towards the spine. Tuck the hips just a little bit. It's hard when you're in a chair. Allow the chin to rest on the chest and you're exhaling. So inhale, bring the belly forward. Exhale, come into cat. Inhale, cow. Just warming up the spine. So you're going back and forth here. So I was thinking about balance and the weather getting colder and the yin yang. And I think we're going to do, when it comes to the balance part of our work, we're going to do a couple of more than we normally do in terms of balance. Okay, come back to center, remove the blanket if it's under your feet or if it's under your hips. We don't really want a blanket there, but I do want to bring you into starfish. Starfish, take your legs, bring them out apart from each other, come to the edge of the chair, don't fall off. Hands come out, big stretch, keep the shoulders down away from the ears, but arms are out wide, feet are out wide. Imagine a lightning bolt of energy on all of your limbs. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Beautiful starfish. Come back to center and we're about to do some sun salutations. So we're going to be moving our legs forward, back. So you might want to just practice that. Make sure your hips are seated in the chair in a good, nice and solid. Bring your hands up. Inhale, let the palms kiss. Look up at your hands and lead with the chest, giving yourself just a little bit of a back bend. Now it looks the same way that it looked when we were doing cow, when the belly button went towards the knees. So same kind of movement. Exhale, bring it down. Allow those hands to come onto your thighs. Let your feet come out. We're going down. We did this earlier at the hip crease. We're bending with a flat back into a forward bend, and then allow your back to just rest. Resting your stomach onto your thighs for a forward bend here. Bring your hands up towards your knees with a flat back. Inhaling. So flat back. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, hands up the wall in front of you as we did earlier. So all of the movements we did earlier, and bring your toes up so you're on the balls of your feet, like as if you're in a plank position. So this is plank. Your hands are right out there, right in front of you, the way we did it earlier, but your feet are up onto the balls of the feet for plank. Bring your hands up, just up at the wall. Lean forward at the hip crease. Bring your feet so that they're out and flat on the soles of your feet, leaning forward for down dog. Take a deep breath in. Your head is between your hands. Your gaze is down at the floor in front of your feet so that your neck is aligned properly with the spine. Take your hands onto your legs. Come back down to a forward bend. Inhale, slide the hands up, flat back. Exhale, back down. Slide those feet back so that they're under you, under your knees. The ankles and are right 90 degrees under the knees. And then reverse swan dive. Inhale, bring the hands back up, let the palms kiss, look up at your hands, and allow your hands to come to heart center. We're going to do that one more time. It's a great way to warm up. Inhale, hands come up, palms kiss, look up at your hands, slight back bend. Bring the belly forward, look up at the hands, chest leads to the sky. Exhale, allow the hands to come down onto the legs slide out for a forward bend. Inhale, slide your hands up the legs, flat back. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, hands come up. Bring your feet back under you. Come up onto the balls of the feet, and your webs are right in front of your imaginary, holding onto the imaginary wall in front of you for a plank position. Slide your legs out, feet flat on the floor. Hands come up. You lean forward at the hip crease for down dog. So if somebody tipped you over onto the floor, you would be in a down dog position, which is like a V, with your butt out to the sky. But in this case, we're sitting on a chair. Okay, we're holding this, breathing. Allow the hands to come down to the legs, slide down for a forward bend. Inhale, once again, flat back, come halfway up. Exhale, come back down, slide the feet under so the ankles are under the knees, and inhale and reverse swan dive up, palms kiss, look up at your hands, slight back bend, and bring your hands to heart center. Okay, let's get ready to flow. So you want to have a block nearby. Take yourself to the right side of the chair. So your right hip is on the chair. Your left hip is kind of halfway off so that you have a little bit of swing and play here. Your right leg is bent, 90-degree angle. So let's see, so you can see the ankle is under the knee. The tendency is going to be for that knee to kind of try to come in as we do this. So your job mentally is to check your body and just keep saying, hey, knee, go back to its own side. Let's talk about the left leg. You can leave it like this. You can take that block and allow your knee to rest on it. You can let your foot rest on it. Or if you have the range of motion, and there's no judgment, everybody's body is different. People who do yoga, you could have a ballerina and a football player. So it's all good. But if you have the range of motion, take that back leg straight back with your foot, I don't know if you can see it, at a 45-degree angle. So the foot's not facing straight out, it's facing at a 45-degree angle. Remember that knee, keep it to its own side. Your body, your torso, this is your whole body. Your torso is right up in the center. You're not leaning forward. It's not a straight line yet. You want to be upright. Your right hand holds the back of the chair. Your torso is facing over that front knee. So your hip bone is actually facing, they're parallel to each other, to the front, to the side of the room. Your left hand could be half at heart center for a half prayer in warrior one. If you have the range of motion to bring both hands up, you can do so for warrior one, but your torso is facing the direction of the knee. Deep breath in, deep breath out for warrior one. Take the left hand and wheelhouse it back behind you. Right arm comes shoulder height over that front knee. The back leg turns and that foot turns into a 90-degree angle. So now it's facing the front of the room and your hips are no longer parallel to the over the knee. Now your torso is sideways facing the front. Your gaze is over the front fingers, over the knee. Now this is where your knee is going to try to collapse a little bit. So try your attention, bring your attention to it and keep saying, come back. You're in warrior two. We look over the front hands into the future. We leave the past behind and we are in the present. Deep breath in warrior two. Put some energy into the arms. Imagine a lightning bolt of energy from fingertip to fingertip, and you're getting an arm exercise. Take the left hand, slide it down the leg as the right hand comes over for peaceful warrior. Keeping that knee facing front or facing sideways. Take a deep breath in and out. On the next inhale, allow that front arm to rest over the thigh, and you can use it to keep the knee to its own side. As the left arm comes overhead and then comes gently by the ear, so that you have a straight line from the pinky toe side of the foot, which is facing straight ahead, to the tips of the fingers. Side angle pose. Take a couple of breaths here. On the next exhale, bring that left arm back down the leg for peaceful warrior. And now come back. We're going to do that one more time just with the breath. So inhale, peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Come back to warrior two. And just tip down. You can use a block if you'd like to triangle. So the left arm comes up to the sky and the right arm is down on the inside of the leg. And here's when you're scanning your body for what you can do to be in position, think about a wall behind you so that your torso, your back, the back of your body is almost leaning on a wall. So you're not leaning forward, but you're actually it almost feels like a slight back bend. Come back up to warrior two, look over the front, those front fingers. Bring your hands to your hips, bring the legs face forward on the chair. That front leg is going to feel good right now. Your knees are out. I want you to, first of all, your hands are on your knee, on your thighs. Feel the shoulders down the back, and then lift your hands up and bring them in to goddess arms, and feel the shoulders as the shoulder blades in the back slide down the back to give you better posture and just fight everything that we do all day sitting at a desk or sitting on the couch watching Netflix. Turn to the right for a twist. Come back to center, turn to the left. Come back to center. Bring your legs together, let your arms rest on the thighs. Let your right arm come out in front of you. Bring the left arm over the right and twist for eagle arms. You might be here with the backs of the palms together. You might be able to twirl those wrists around and get them so that they meet. Bring the elbows up shoulder height. And if this feels okay, great. And if this is where you want to stay, that's great. You're in eagle arms. If you'd like to try to take your legs into eagle legs to join the arms and do full eagle, cross the right leg over the left, and then see if you can twist it around. And if you can't, it's fine to be just crossed, whatever works. And then, as we did earlier, you want to bend at the hip crease. So not at the waist, at the hip crease with a flat back. Lifting those elbows up, and you're soaring like an eagle. You can almost feel the shoulders do the opposite of what the goddess arms does. I just lost the word. Come back to center, uncurl the legs, uncurl the arms. Allow the body to just relax for a moment. Take your right leg, bring it over so the ankle's on top of the left thigh. Take your forearm and place it sort of on the knee. Your left hand is holding the right foot. And again, I want you to inhale, get tall and strong. And as you exhale, bend at the hip crease, not at the waist, at the hip crease, and lean forward for pigeons. This is a nice hip stretch. So as of now, we're only working the right side. We're about to switch and go to the left in a moment. Just want you to have this nice hip stretch. Because I like to say that in chair yoga, you can stretch every part of your body, even if you're on a chair. Come back to center, bring the leg down. And of course, now we're going to the other side. So come to the left side of the chair. Your left hip is on the center of the chair. You're stable. Let the right hip be halfway off. And again, if you'd like to be here, you want to place a block under the knee, that's great. Front leg, ankle under the knee, facing straight out to the side. Back leg, if it can, go straight back with the foot in a 45-degree angle. That's where it should be. Torso is in the center. Left hand holds the back of the chair. Right hand could come to heart center and your gaze is over that front knee. Your hip points of the pelvic bones are facing to the side of the chair because that foot is at a 45-degree angle, not 90. And you're in warrior one, half prayer. You can, if you have the flexibility to let go of the back of the chair, you can bring your hands up overhead for warrior one. Deep breath. Wheelhouse the right arm behind you. Left arm comes over the front knee. The back foot turns so it's now at a 90-degree angle facing front. And you can almost feel that whole hip open up. Your gaze is over the front fingers, but your torso is facing the front of the side or the front of the room. Warrior two. Arms shoulder height. Inhale, let the right arm slide down. The left arm comes overhead for peaceful warrior. Couple of breaths here. Exhale, allow your forearm to rest on the front thigh. Remember to keep that knee to its own side. It's definitely going to try to creep inward. And the right arm comes overhead for side angle. And again, the adjustment would be, I don't know if you just saw what I did. I adjusted this way as if there's a wall behind me. So I do not want to be leaning forward in here. You almost want to be leaning. It almost feels like you're leaning back. Straight line from the fingertips down to the pinky toe side of the back foot, as if there's a lightning bolt of energy there. A couple of breaths. Inhale, come back to peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, peaceful, and exhale, side angle. And come back to warrior two. Torso in the middle, gaze is over the front fingers. Bring your hands to your hips, and take your legs out. Come bring your whole body so you're facing the front of the chair, like sitting in the front of the chair. Your legs are wide. Take a block if you have one and place it in the center. Take your right hand, place it on top of the block. The block should be on the tall. So blocks have 3 levels: tall, medium, low. Tall. Hand there, palm facing down. Before we lift up the left arm, I want you to take the left shoulder, almost your hand is on your knee. Let that left shoulder go towards the sky, and then take the hand up into the air. Your gaze is up at the ceiling. This is a twist. Take a couple of breaths, don't hold your breath. Bring the hand back down to the knee. Adjust so that your shoulders are even. You could hold on to both knees, and then take the left hand and bring it there. And again, inhale, take that shoulder first up so that it's pointing to the sky. Make sure your knees are in their own direction, not collapsing in, and take the hand up to the sky. Breathe. Come back. You can allow your hands to be on your knees. Remove the block. Take your left hand out in front of you. Right arm comes over the left. Twist those hands for eagle arms on the left. The elbows come up so that they're shoulder height. You can bring your legs together. Let your left leg cross over the right. If you can twirl it around so the ankles are twisted. I guess that's a word that I would use here, maybe. Again, elbows up. Lean forward at the hip crease. So that flat back movement at the hip crease, elbows up to soar like an eagle. This is eagle pose. come back to center. Undo the legs, untwirl the arms. Allow yourself just a moment to breathe. One breath here so that your body comes back. Take your left leg, let the ankle rest over the right. Your left forearm is just gently laying over where the knee is, and your right hand holds the foot. Foot is flexed. Get tall on an inhale. Always get tall and strong on the inhale, and on the exhale, we lean forward with a flat back, just opening up the hips for seated pigeon. And come back to center. Let's do some balance work. So balance work is so important. You know, every time I hear about someone who falls, I think like we want to prevent that. And just practicing this is really important for possibly preventing one fall, right? Which maybe saves somebody from horribleness as we get older. So hold on to the chair so that your left hip is close to the chair. Find your mountain. So you want to lift the toes up, spread the toes wide, find that center of your foot. Just as an exercise, lift the toes up and you can actually feel the engagement of the front of the legs. Place the toes down nice and wide. You can hold on to the chair. I want you to then shift the weight without jutting out the hip. So here's what you need to watch for. You don't want to be standing like this, jutting out the hip to compensate. So you want to just shift the weight onto the left foot and then come up onto the ball of the foot on the right foot. Take that right foot, turn it to the knee out to its side so that the heel is leaning on the inside of the left leg, and then let it crawl up the leg. If you're right here on the ball of the foot, but the weight is on the left foot, that's good. If you can lift it a little bit and bring it off the ground, that's great. If you can go, it's all good. No judgment here. Wherever you can be is terrific. You just do not want to be leaning on the knee. So on the inside of the calf, now, if you want to hold on to the chair, that's fine. Again, I find myself dipping my hip here. Just make sure that hip is not jutting out. If you can bring your hands to heart center, great. This is tree pose. So if you want to let your branches fly, you want to bring those arms to goddess arms, your choice on where the arms should be. It's fine to hold on to the chair. That's why we have a chair here. Take a couple of breaths here. You might start to feel that left leg shake. That's okay. If the leg comes down, what I want you to do is raise the muscles in the face so you smile, because it's all okay. If your leg comes down, just smile and bring it back up again. And now let the leg come down gently. And we're going to try something else on the right side before we go to the left. I want you to come to the side of the chair and place your hands on the seat. And if you can hold the outside of the seat, that's even better. On one side, I want a flat back. So you're leaning forward. First of all, take your feet back a little bit, and I want to give you a stretch here. So lean back really a lot and let your whole upper body stretch. Am I still? Yeah, okay. This is what a down dog would feel like if we went on the floor. It's a nice back stretch. Bring the legs back so they're at 90 degrees. And then I want you to take the right foot, because we were standing on the left and we took the right foot. I want you to bring it up and bring it out behind you. Now, if you could just bring it out a little bit, bring it up if you can, hip height, keeping those hips parallel to the floor. Let your hands slide out so your arms are nice and long, but hold on to the chair. We don't want anyone to fall. This is Warrior 3, which is a balance pose. And bring that leg down. Walk your feet towards your hands, towards the chair, and then gently roll up. Let's go to the other side. So now your the right side of your body is next to the chair. Hold on to the chair, find your center, find your mountain pose, spread those toes wide, plant them down. Lift them up, feel the engagement in the legs. Plant them down again. Find your center and then shift the weight so it's into the right leg only. Bring that left leg up to the ball of the foot, then turn it towards the inside of the leg. So the heel's on the inside of the ankle. And when you're ready, slide it up the leg if you can. You might be able. So we're definitely not even, right? I mean, none of us are. So we can do different things on the right and the left. And the idea is to keep practicing. So now we're doing tree pose with the left leg up. Hands could be anywhere. You can let your branches fly. You can bring your arms to goddess. You can clasp your arms behind you. You can have them come into prayer or hold on to the chair. And again, if your foot comes down, that's fine. Make sure you're smiling when you bring it back up. It's just be, it's no small thing that you're here today doing this and practicing, and it's practice. Okay, when you're ready, let that foot gently come back down, and we're going to do the same thing. So face the side of the chair, hands down onto the side of the chair, flat back. First, bring your legs back so that your arms are straight. Your head goes between your arms for a nice big torso back stretch. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and then allow those feet to come walk so that they're under your hips. Your arms are still long. And we want to take the left leg and bring it back behind us, keeping the hip bones so that you're not opening the hip, you're allowing that leg to go straight back. Standing on one leg. Warrior 3. Bring it back down gently. That wasn't so gentle. Come back to center. Shake it out. And come back down to take a seat in the chair. Take your right leg, bring it to hug your knee to the chest again. Take it out to the side. Bring it back. And then let it come straight ahead. If you have a strap, you can use the strap. If not, you can just hold that leg straight out. If you have a strap, you want to place it around the ball of the foot, straight ahead. Make sure the left foot is planted down, centered, and toe heel right here. Point and flex. See if you can lift that foot off the chair. And then allow it to rest down. Take the left leg and hug it to the chest. Bring it out to the side. Bring it back to center. If you have a strap, you can wrap it around the ball of the foot. If not, just hold on to the leg. It's all good. First, point and flex. And see if you can lift it up off the chair, keeping the torso straight. And remove the strap and let the leg come down gently. So here's where we take our pillow. So it could be a pillow from the bed, a pillow from the couch, but just place it on your lap. What you want to do, this is Shavasana, which is, I guess in in yoga we use Sanskrit terms, but we also can call them by their English names. It's actually called corpse pose because we're completely rested. It's such an important part of every yoga class. It may seem like it's rest, but really it is allowing your body to integrate all the movements we just did. So I want you to place your hands on the pillow in whatever way feels good to you. Sometimes we want to let our energy centers connect. So hands cupped in each other, or allow the fingers to touch, or just allow your hands to be flat. If you have your palms up, that's showing openness, or you can close the energy. What feels good to you? So then you want to lean back. So we're about a fist and a half away from the back of the chair, our hips. You want to lean back, allow your chin to rest on your chest. You don't have to touch, but just come down. If it's comfortable for you to close your eyes, close your eyes. If not, just find a spot and softly gaze at the spot. Really, you're going internal with it. And I want you to just rest and scan the body. Start at your feet and feel where the feet, whether they're in your shoes or your barefoot, meet the floor. Just feel the connection to the earth or the carpet or the hardwood floor, but feel that connection. And then work your way up the leg, finding wherever there's tension and releasing. Focus on your breathing. Take a deep breath in, let that belly fill. Work your way up to your thighs. You might be squeezing your glutes as they sit on the chair. See if you can release there. See if you can just let it go. Work your way up. Scan. See if your shoulders are feeling tension, or your arms, or your jaw. Find the tension and just let it go. Focus on your breath. Feel where the air comes in to the nostril. And notice the temperature of the air. It's a little cooler when it comes in. And as you exhale through the nostril, you might feel the warmer air. You might want to focus on the tip of your nose, feeling that air come in and out. And when you're ready, you could start wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, slowly bringing consciousness back. Remove the pillow. You can keep your eyes closed. Bring your body, your torso back up to center. Hands come into prayer at heart center. We bow our heads, and in yoga, we like to say namaste, which means that the light in me sees the light in you. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here. I know that everybody has busy lives, and thank you.
Thank you, Anita.